Welcome to the video. I'd like to explain a little bit more about the Alpha Clan, the men's muscle and mindset principles, what you can expect from when you join this program. First of all, let's talk about my mission and why I'm doing this at all. Well, number one, I want to spread awareness. Guys just don't look after themselves. Guys put themselves on the bottom of the priority list. They look after everyone else first, their job, their families, everything. Even the dog gets put ahead of them most of the time. So I want to get guys starting to look after themselves. And it's simple stuff. But once we get into it, we create routines, habits, which will help with this. I want to help as many men as possible. I want to get as many men through my program as I can, and I want this program to grow and grow and grow. I also want to give value and cut through the bullshit because there is a lot of bullshit out there. There's a lot of guys that just don't know where to start. So I make this as simple as possible. And that's the idea of it. That's how we get such good results. This is actually much simpler than you think, but it's the guidance that will help you there. And of course, guide people to a better quality of life because you deserve it. You deserve to live your best life. You deserve to make the money that you want. You deserve to have the body that you want. You deserve to have the job that you want. You deserve to have the relationship that you want. But sometimes we get blinkered and we get bogged down and we start spinning our wheels in the shit. Well, it's time for that to change. But first of all, let me introduce you to who I used to be. I used to be the guy that would never say no to a drink, was always the first guy out on the dance floor, happy go lucky. To the outside world, you'd be like, yeah, this guy is good fun. But inside, this was a guy that was just a scared little boy. My parents broke up when I was quite young, and I witnessed all of the tension, the arguments, and everything that went on at home, which when you're young scares you, but you don't realize that you learn to deal with it. And as a knock on effect of that, I gained this sort of defense mechanism because the people in my life from an early age I could see were leaving. And no matter what you try to do as a youngster, try to keep everyone together, they were still separating. So when you grow up, the people and friends that you make, or the people that you make friends with, you feel that if you don't do the right thing, they will leave as well. So, in actual fact, what happened for me is I gained this crutch of alcohol and drugs, which I thought made me a funnier, happier person. And the funnier I was and the happier I was, the more likely people would stay around me. But in actual fact, this was what was setting me back, and this was not the way to deal with things. Took me a while, took me a few years to grow out of these habits, but now I don't require other people's validation. The only person's validation I require is my own. And that's what takes me to who I am today. I like to train, I like to exercise, I love my business. I travel the world with my business because I've sold the gym I used to own in Australia. And I'm very happy and very pleased with the growth I have made with myself. The growth, is that the way I say it? That's not really the way to say it, but I'm happy with my growth and I continue to grow. And the principles I'm going to take you through right now is what you can expect from the Alpha Clan because I want growth for you as well. As men, we like to conquer. And when I say conquer, what I mean is we're task orientated and we like to solve problems. The difference between coaching men and coaching women is women are more feelings orientated, guys are definitely more facts orientated. And when it comes to conquering, I feel there's a couple of areas that once we conquer them, then there's nothing stopping us. There's nothing going to hold you back. You will be determined, driven, motivated, and you will succeed in whatever avenue in life you apply these principles to. So let's get into it. When I speak about conquering our world, I mean the basic stuff. We got to get the basic stuff right. And this starts by tidying up your bedroom, making your bed, having an organization, system, to do list, digital calendar, auditing your social media, removing bullshit that you don't need to be watching. You need to look the part. And also, you need to have a good circle of people around you. You are the average of your 5 closest friends. So, who are those people and how are they motivating you or holding you back? After that, we need to start conquering our body. And when we talk about conquering our body, there's three main areas. There's our nutrition, there's our sleep, and then there's our physical activity, whether that's training in the gym, cycling, swimming, Zumba classes, or walking. It doesn't matter. We need to prioritize these three things in our life to be able to perform in any industry. And then, probably the most important is we need to conquer our mind. The mind is the one thing we should have full control over. Like when we think about it, your heart is going to stop one day. So, do you have control over your heart, your lungs, your kidneys? You actually don't. We don't have control over much things in this world, but we should have control over our mind. But unfortunately, this is the thing that lets a lot of people down. For example, you start a new program. Why do you self sabotage? You hold yourself back from asking a girl out. You hold yourself back from doing something new. You prioritize other people and you feel guilty if you do prioritize yourself first. What we do in the Alpha Clan is we break down these barriers. We figure out what's stalling you, what's limiting you, and then we figure out a plan and we move through it. This is not something that's overnight success, but once we put the very simple tools I have in place, you can get through anything that your mind limits you on. And then, of course, there's the community of alpha legends. Not only are you going to get some great physical results, but it's going to be more than that. All of the guys that come through in my program want success. They want success in their health, their fitness, but not only that, their jobs, their relationships, and their finances. This is something when we all work together, there is no reason that we can't achieve it. And this program is far more than just me. You will have the help and support of all the other men that have gone through it previously. So let's get you started. Let's get you into the Alpha Clan. The time is now. Giddy up!